Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'll be sharing some of my career insights working as a personal trainer. I'll be doing a mini 3-part series and this is episode 1, what I would tell myself as a new personal trainer. So if you are newly qualified or someone looking and thinking about starting as a personal trainer in the health and fitness industry, then this is the video for you and I hope you can get some value from it. Do comment below if you have any questions at all and I'll do my best to help you out. Okay, so let's get started from the beginning, how I got started into personal training. Going way back, I went to a sixth form college, I did my A-levels, and the college I was in encouraged you to go to university, which is what I eventually ended up doing. I went through clearing and went to the Uni of Greenwich. I did a degree in sports science with professional football coaching, one of the longest names out there. At the end of those 3 years, I didn't quite feel ready for the workplace because sports science is a very broad term. It's made up of subtopics, so there's sports psychology, sport nutrition, physiology and anatomy, biomechanics. So I felt like I knew a little bit of everything, but at the same time I didn't know anything specifically in depth. And so my lecturers actually encouraged me to stay for another year and do a master's, which is what I did. I chose strength and conditioning, and in that 1 year I probably learned more than I did the previous 3 years because it was so specific, so dialed in on a certain topic. There were less lectures during my master's, and so I had the time to also do an internship at a football club. So I worked at Gillingham Football Club. Go on, Jules! I was in charge of the under 18s and under 21s, known as the development squad. So I went to all the training sessions, all the matches. I did all the gym sessions as well. So it was a great learning experience that season. So after I did all that, I thought, okay, well, I've got my S&C qualifications, I've got my master's degree, I've got my sports nutrition qualifications. I guess it makes sense for me to be a S&C coach. So I applied for all the football clubs, like in the Premier League. I was applying at championship clubs. I just wanted to work at a football club, and I didn't even get responses for some. I didn't even get the first stage interview, and I was like, wow, like, I've got a master's, I can't even get an interview. And a lot of people were saying the same thing, that in football it's not what you know but who you know. So I thought, okay, looks like this is not gonna work out. So I thought, all right, well, the next option makes sense, I'll be a personal trainer. And funny enough, I still couldn't get a job because gyms weren't, even though I had my degree and my master's and all that, gyms want you to have a very specific PT qualification. So I couldn't work at any gym. So I thought, okay, I gotta spend another $2,000, I think it was around $2,000, to do a 6-week training course to get your level 2 fitness and your level 3 personal training qualifications. Basically, it's equivalent to the American ACE or NASM, NASM, and it's basically the British version of the PT qualifications. So I moved back up north and I did the qualifications in a place called Wilmslow. And during this 6 weeks, loads of different gyms actually come to the sessions, and they kind of say why you should work at their gym. And it was like a great opportunity to choose. Actually, now the power was in our hands to choose where we want to work. And I decided to work with a company called Profit, and I was based at Total Fitness in Altrincham. All that being said, would I recommend you doing a degree if you want to be a personal trainer? No, probably not. Firstly, the year I went to university was the last year, where it was about $3,000 a year, and the following year the new students were paying $9,000 a year. So what I paid for my entire degree is what new students pay for 1 year. And I'm not sure if the prices have gone down, I doubt it. If anything, the prices have probably gone up. So having done a degree, you're not guaranteed a job, but you're guaranteed to be in debt. The benefit of doing a degree and potentially a master's degree is it gives you a certain level of confidence going into the job, knowing, okay, I can do a good job here and I don't feel so overwhelmed to be responsible for people's health and wellness, essentially. At the same time, that confidence can grow over time. Even though if you just did a short course and you start working with people, you can build that confidence up. If you know you want to be a personal trainer, then I don't recommend going to university. I don't think it's necessary. In fact, some of the best personal trainers I know and I've worked with didn't do a degree. They did their 6-week PT qualification and they understood that that was just to get you into the door, and they knew that you don't know everything after 6 weeks, and they just read and read and read and build their knowledge from there. So yeah, some of the best PTs I know never went to university, didn't do a degree, don't have a master's degree, but they're fantastic because they take it upon themselves to read up and educate themselves. So what are some of the things I would tell myself starting out as a new PT would be not to underestimate the time it will take to build a client base. I can be quite an introverted person, and so for me, spending time on the gym floor, talking to people, building relationships like with random people was not easy for me. That didn't come naturally to me, and it took me so long to get my first client. I mean, I think it was within my first month, but it was just within my first month. It might have been like week 3 or week 4 when I finally got my first client. And I was going to the gym, 5 days a week, if not more. And just to get one client. And I remember I was so nervous, and I even gave him like a really good deal in the sense that I didn't give him a discount, but he only wanted to essentially pay for 1 session a week. But I mean, you're not going to achieve much results with just 1 session a week. So I said to him, okay, do you know what? Let's do 2 30-minute sessions a week. So you see me twice a week, and it's not like I was busy or anything. So I said, but I don't mind giving you an extra 15 minutes and we can make it 2 45-minute sessions, which is essentially all you need to do if you come early, do your warm-up, and then get started with me, which he never did. He was consistently late. Although he was a great client, and he stuck with me to the very end until I left that gym. So that was one thing I was good at. It was client retention. I was very good at keeping my clients. My clients really liked me and stuck with me. However, getting my clients in the first place was more of this struggle. You need to understand that even though if you work with a company or there's some sort of lead generation system going on and you get passed down clients and things like that, at the end of the day, you need to accept that you are fully responsible for getting your own clients. And that just means doing the things that you find uncomfortable. I don't think anyone just finds it comfortable going to random people and talking to them and putting yourself out there. Everyone to a certain level finds that uncomfortable in the beginning, and you just have to get used to it. And to be honest, I'm not very comfortable with that. But it's just a thing that has to be done, and you can't underestimate how long it's going to take to build up a client base. So yeah, for sure, be patient with yourself, but be proactive at the same time. Don't just expect clients to come to you. That's not going to happen. You have to put yourself out there to get those clients. So yeah, the next thing I would tell myself, or anyone who's new as a new personal trainer, is to know your value. When you first start, you could almost question, wow, I'm charging this much for people to work with me? As cliche as it sounds, you're essentially changing people's lives, right? clients are working with you, they come to you when they're in a place where they need to make changes in their life, and you are helping them in that journey to make changes, drastic changes, and you're improving their health and their lifestyle, and that's in a way invaluable. So you should know your value, be proud of the job that you do, and don't ever feel like, oh, I'm overcharging, or I mean, some people can overcharge, but more often than not, you're probably undercharging. And I've had to learn this along the journey, starting to realize, okay, this is actually how much I'm worth. The service that I'm providing is worth this much, if not more. The final thing I would say is enjoy the journey. You're going to build good relationships with so many people. Some of your clients will end up being really good friends, and that's okay. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of getting too close. I mean, of course, keep it professional by all means. Never ever break that, what am I trying to say? Never break that PT client code, you know, never cross the line, never cross the boundaries by all means. Always keep it professional, but don't be afraid to actually become good friends with some of your clients. That will probably happen, and that's okay. That's a blessing. That's a good thing. And finally, just keep a growth mindset. Always keep learning. You know, never feel like you know everything. I think that's a dangerous place to be, when you feel like you know it all. So always keep that growth mindset where you feel like you know nothing, and challenge yourself. Do the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Step outside your comfort zone and learn from others. Working with other personal trainers, I've learned so much just shadowing people. Even an idea would be getting a personal trainer yourself. I mean, like, if you think about it, say the best tattoo artist in the world, let's say Cartoon, for example. He doesn't have the best tattoos because unless he tattoos himself, or the best barber in the world will never have the best haircut, right? So can the best personal trainer in the world carry out their own personal training sessions? You know what I mean? I know it's a silly point, but basically, yeah, it might be worth getting an experienced personal trainer to train you, and you can learn so much from that as well. That's my 2 cents. That's all I've got to say for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said before, feel free to comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next episode.